YouTube world? Mac Daddy 1911A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalist. Happy Independence Day, July the 4th. I worked that day. I worked 13 damn hours that freaking day. Actually, no, I didn't. That was the day before. I think I worked 11 hours and 15 minutes that day. Doesn't matter. I made an extra $100 or so. This is the magazine, ladies and gentlemen, that was giving me the hiccups the other day. Now, first and foremost, one Mr. Gas 1, thank you so very much. I appreciate it, okay? I truly do. There's nothing wrong with the magazine other than it has a weak spring. I got 10 brand damn new ones. And I'm probably going to order 10 more before it's all over with. They've never been opened. Well, actually, I do believe I thought maybe I had, but I had not. Because I did the magazine video. I know the magazine's good because there were no double feeds. And what I mean by that, is not 2 live cartridges ever pop out of it at the same time, jam the rifle up. If you ever have that problem, what you've got is bad feed lips. And that's your primary deal. If the magazine tube itself is in good shape and the feed lips are not damaged or not bent inward or outward, they're not cracked. Okay, these are some of the things you want to look for. As long as those are in good shape, the magazine's fine. It's just got a weak magazine spring. Let me pause the camera. I'm going to get a tool and I'm going to show you guys again just how simple and easy it is to change stuff like that. Okay, got a little dental top hook tool. Okay, we use these for gunsmithing, use them for mechanic and all the damn time around here. Dealing with O-rings and snap rings and all kinds of different things. That's what these things are good for. They don't have a super sharp point. It's sort of a rounded tip so it doesn't gouge anything up. But on the magazine bottom, okay, at the rear you got this hole right here. There's a little tab that pushes down in there, and all you're going to do is bow it out and then pull it. Okay, of course it's still focusing on my damn shirt, but anyway, this little bent end piece goes down into the body and it prevents it from sliding out. You're just going to bow it up with your hook and pull out on it, and then it'll come out just like that. Okay, now you pull it out of the way. Now you just work the freaking spring out of there, right? And yes, I got my glasses on because I don't want to put my freaking eyeball out. I mean, if you want to be stupid, put your freaking eye out, hey, go for it. Me, I like my eyeballs just fine, thank you very much. And these magazines I've cleaned already, so I'm not really worried about it. There is your GI follower. It has the 2 legs on the bottom. Okay, let's see if I can get some light on the situation. So that's a real deal GI follower. Okay. Before we detach the spring, let's get a new spring out and have it ready so we can make sure it is correct, which on this particular type of magazine follower. So I had to take the damn thing off the counter and show you guys close up. You can see it's rounded at the front, the spring I'm talking about. Okay, there's really, I mean, I suppose you could force it in there backwards or whatever, but unlike the magazines on a handgun, it's pretty damn hard to screw it up on an M14 rifle magazine. They're just not hard to put it in and get it correct. Okay. Okay, so got the spring out. Let's get the and I hate to open these without doing them all, but I'm gonna put it back in my safe. And I've got the goldenrod and the dehumidifier goldenrod deal in my safe, so it'll keep the moisture from aggravating or irritating and wrecking havoc on my metal. I better have it in there because old Betsy stays in there when I'm not at home. I don't want to give any bad guys a free ride via my freaking rifle, you know what I'm saying? But I want to go ahead and do this on camera for you guys to just show you. I mean, if the magazine's not double feeding 2 live rounds, and see, that's the thing now, we're not talking failure to extract and then followed by a hard jam. Okay, where you've got one in the chamber and then the bolt or whatever trying to push the next cartridge in there. I'm talking about it pops 2 of them out and they both jam up the damn gun because they both can't go in the same freaking hole. That is an issue with the friggin' extractor, ejector, so forth. Which I don't have a problem with on the rifle. But you know, at the same time, having said that, I've had 3 of them, the gun did not cycle. I don't know, because of the reloads, I don't know what the issue is. I'm not sure. Old spring. We'll keep that as a future reference. Brand new spring. You can see it's got the rounded end right here. That will go toward the front and it's sprung out like this. See how that piece right here is sprung out? Whoops, right here is sprung out. That is designed that way. Why? It traps these 2 little lips inside the follower that captures that damn spring. And getting it in there is a bit of a damn pain in the ass. But if I can get it all in there, it captures that baby. Just another great design feature of a military rifle that, you know, your civilian weapons may or may not have. Baby, that dude is, I mean, I told you. See if I can get this behind it and force it in there. Now, of course, the first time you're going to put a new spring in, they're really, really strong. And you will notice when I took the old one off, it was nothing. I mean, nothing, comparatively speaking. See if I can force it in from the other direction. I do not know, and this is why we wear safety glasses, because this baby is something else. I'm here to tell you. We don't want to damage it. Aha! Success! See that little tab that's pushed in right there where my fingertip is right here, that little round indentation? Indention, that ain't right, I don't know. My damn, there's another one right here on the opposite side. If I can get the freaking camera to focus. Okay, that captures that bugger. So, those 2 little indentations, I think that's how you pronounce it, capture it. So it's basically, once it's snapped into place, it is one solid piece. And trying to show you guys on camera, it takes a little longer to do, but this is not a hard operation. The magazine springs don't cost much. As long as the magazine tube, the entire tube, including the feed lips, are correct and are in good shape, there's nothing to it. And you just rebuilt your freaking magazine. How do you want to catch that dude under those little lips at the bottom of the magazine? You can only put it in one way, I promise you. As far as the follower, it is designed, it contours. Okay, and see how it's wanting to poke up out of there a little bit? Okay, and when you put your floor plate back in, the little piece at the end that holds it in, you want to make sure it's down. And you force it under there. Slide it into place. Tap it on some softwood or something, and the magazine is completely rebuilt. Okay. Easy as pie, but you want to make sure that little tab that is bent downward is facing downward. Just slide it in there and it'll snap in. That's your little lock, and then just tap it on the soft surface. I mean a hard surface, but wood or something of that nature that won't damage it. And you can see it's had better days, but there's nothing wrong with the feed lips. Okay, as long as it's not allowing two cartridges to pop out when the bolt cycles back forward, it's safe to go. Now what we need to do with this magazine is mark it so we know this one is the one I've already replaced the spring in, and then we can replace the other spring as time goes by, but that's no big deal. I think those are maybe $7, $8 a piece. And you just rebuild it instead of spending $25 on a new mag, which I still want to buy some new magazines, but yeah, that's an original contracted magazine, a KTM, I think is what it is. And that's one of the original military contractors that built magazines for the U.S. military. You can see this, and here's not parkerized anymore. It's been refinished at least once, and the sides been shaved on. That's something you guys need to know. If you got a standard stock M14, okay, there's these stock liner screws on the side. If your magazines are not inserting, maybe you just need to get the little tool that's got the two little ears on it that you can tighten those screws, and it might pull that in enough that you can insert the magazines without damaging or having to alter the magazines. It may not if your stock is out of spec a little bit, but you could always go in there and sand that, take that stock liner out, sand it down on both sides evenly, make sure both sides are evenly, just sand it, put it back in, tighten your screws down, try to put the magazine back in. If it's still really tight, do the same thing, pop that liner back out, sand it down again, put it back in, and once you get it to where it fits right, then take it back out one final time and put some linseed oil or something of that nature, tongue oil, whatever, to seal the wood back up so it doesn't absorb moisture. That's it. Real quick fix for a magazine that is in perfectly fine shape. It's just a spring. And you know, before I stuck the damn thing in there, and it don't matter, while I'm thinking about it, let's pull one of the new ones out and do a side-by-side comparison in length, because what has happened is over time it's been cycled so many freaking times. Okay, look at there, 2 coils taller. I'll move the camera, we'll set it back up, and I'll show you guys close. Okay, both of them are on the workbench surface, square on the same exact side. Let's move them to where they're pretty much parallel across from each other. Okay, the gray one on the right is the new one. The one that's black on the left is the old one. And there you go, look at the difference. Okay, so let's see how many coils they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have the exact amount of coils for all you freaking English Nazis out there, and you Yankees, coils. But you can see one's been compressed by 2 coils. Okay, if you look, we're counting the ones on the back, so we just only those, and then that way you have the correct number. But there you go. I mean, it's just a weak spring. It's old and it's weak, and we're not going to reuse that, but we'll keep it in case we want to cut it into short sections and juke somebody in a freaking eyeball or something, you know. All right, ladies and gents, there you go. Quick, easy rebuild of an M14 magazine. Just adding a new spring. We know the feed lips are fine. They're not bent or damaged or whatever. It fed fine. when the spring was able to push the cartridge up in front of the bolt fast enough that the bolt didn't fly back forward and you know, miss the dang gum cartridge altogether. And that's all it was. That's all it was as far as any feeding issues, other than the man, dude, that baby got some thump to it now. As far as it takes a little bit more power to push it on in there. But that's the thing. All this, you know, it was like in one of the other videos that I did several years back on the M14. It's all about timing, okay? Whether it's your handgun or whatever, if the bolt or the slide goes forward faster, then the magazine is capable of pushing the cartridge up in front of the breech face or the bolt face. It's not going to strip off the next damn magazine or next cartridge out of the magazine. It'll just miss it. And it'll close on an empty damn chamber. And that happened to me either 2 or 3 times last weekend, or well, it's been a weekend before last, I guess. That's all it was. Just a weak spring. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with the body, the floor plate, or the follower. It's just a weak magazine spring. And you know, I don't know if you could stretch them back out and they actually would work. I would imagine they would lose their tension and their power. But if you cycle them enough, they will get weak. I mean, but this is an original contract M14 magazine. This dude might be 40 or 50 years old. That tells you the longevity and durability of the freaking rifle. I mean, it's just a freaking outstanding rifle. More videos coming, ladies and gentlemen. I've been busy. Uncle Fester came up for a visit last weekend, and we did not get to do a damn thing. He was helping me install some hardwood flooring. The new job, as you can see, is making me fat. I don't get a whole lot of exercise. I got to do something about that. This is ridiculous. I bet you I've gained 20 freaking pounds since in 1 year. The end of July, I will be at this new job for an entire year. And I like the job, but man, it makes for some long days. But anywho, thank you very much for watching. This is Mac Daddy 1911A1. And yes, I wore the damn safety glasses. Practice what you preach. Protect your eyesight. It is a precious gift from God. And you guys, if you're still watching this video, go check out Louder with Crowder in his Change My Mind series of videos. It took a Canadian who immigrated to the United States of America to beat libtards' brains out on not only American history, but common sense and law. This guy is freaking awesome. He's hilarious. Warning to all you folks out there who have sensitive ears. He does use adult language. Get over it. Okay? Just watch his series on Change My Mind, where he goes to liberal colleges. And by the time he leaves, he has changed their minds, a lot of them, and on their libtardism. Okay, and whether it be the First Amendment, Second Amendment, hate speech, toxic masculinity, all these different subjects that the liberal media try to cram down your throat, my throat all the time. You name it. You freaking name it. He has some really, really, really outstanding videos. I give him 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, 1 to 10, 10 being the awesomeness. Yeah, I give him a 10 on it. Out freaking standing. You guys should really check him out. You cannot watch his channel on restricted mode because they have completely demonetized his videos, even though he has 0 copyright strikes against him. He has an FCC license, so he could actually be broadcast on radio, yet they demonetized all his videos. And only gave him 2 instances in which there was anything that they could come up with, and his lawyer proved that was total BS, yet they refused to remonetize him because of a channel called Vox. V as in Victor, O as in Oscar, X as in X-ray, or Xavier if you want to get really nice and complicated about it. Vox. Super libtardism in action, I promise you. Oh, and the Young Turks also. They can slander, they can talk that trash, curse, belittle, try to humiliate and destroy conservatives. He goes on there and rebuts every single thing they got, backs it up with sources, backs it up with facts, backs it up to links, proves it. They got nothing. Yet he gets demonetized, and their scum crap does not. So I'm telling you, if you're a viewer of mine, if you appreciate the type of videos that I do, you will appreciate his. Oh, and his channel is sponsored by who? Walther Firearms. Ain't that a hell of a note? Libtard Germany, they're a corporation from there, is that one of their corporations is like you go boy. They're taking an immigrant from Canada, a comedian, to beat the libtards at their own game. It is so freaking hilarious, but at the same time, it's so thought-provoking. I highly recommend the channel. Please, y'all check it out. If you don't, just slap the shit out of yourself, because you need it. I mean, you're that stupid. Y'all be good. Take care of yourselves, and check out Louder with Crowder. I'll put a link in here in the bottom of my video, and hell, he may demonetize me, ban me, kick me off YouTube. Whoop-de-doo. Silence is consent, and Mike Daddy ain't no wimp, and he ain't no titty baby, and he ain't no sissy, and he ain't no pussy. Tenfold Roger, you stand up for what you believe in, or shut the hell up. Oh, the conservative twins. Okay? For all my African-American viewers, for all my Latino viewers, check out the conservative twins. Two guys. They got two different channels. One is their comedy channel because they're a comedy team. The other one is their political channel. Both channels been demonetized because they're conservative black guys. They are freaking hilarious, but they also hammer the freaking libtards left and right. You guys got to check them out. I'll put a link to their channel also in the description box below if I don't forget. Thank you very much for watching. This is Mac Daddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalist. God bless the US of A. Y'all take care.